content must be acceptable and accessible to the user. The mode of illustration, the language and style of writing is more important than high-tech inputs. Different people will see internet in many different ways, positively, negatively, or with a balanced and open-minded attitude. Differs from person to person. Well, technologies also emerge fast, as I've been telling you, and have been in use for some time depending on the user's choice. Internet's advantage is that it creates choices for visitors, and no one can practically dominate the World Wide Web. Many of us have learned the intricate nature of the internet by hours and hours of browsing. Every time we browsed, it brought us new vistas of knowledge and gave us unforgettable experiences and memories. However, I think that a clear guidance of do's and don'ts would be useful to prevent a person losing his way in the vast cyberspace, particularly children. His Excellency Mahinda Rajapaksa, in his characteristic style of being very practical and down to earth, has cautioned the authorities in Sri Lanka to make this vast cyberspace safe for our national asset, the children. None of us, as parents or right-thinking citizens, I'm sure all of you are included, wants our innocent children fall prey to the predators, stealthily moving in the cyberspace in search of innocent victims. This is the need of the hour, particularly for Asians who view children differently. They are our best assets, and we need to protect them from all evils. Children, for us, are not just 5-year, 6-year-old kids, but we see children even when they are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, they are still children where we are concerned. So we need to protect all these people. Of course, having said all this, let me also tell you that internet is not everything. To me, still, books and other print media have its eternal value. And one cannot fathom how much of knowledge newspapers can bring to our lives. Although we should be cautious of internet's use as a learning tool, Sri Lanka should not lose the global competition for managing knowledge for the advancement of the country, and that has to be done in different ways. Mahinda Chintana, Vision for the Future, that is the policy document of the government, outlines the President's vision to make Sri Lanka a regional knowledge hub by recognizing both ancient and modern knowledge systems. The steering committee that I chair is now engaged in a process to review how best we should use ICT to disseminate and access vast vistas of knowledge. We have to learn as well as unlearn many lessons if we are to dominate the region in this area. Other envisage 4 hubs, that is energy, commercial, naval maritime, and aviation hubs, to have to depend heavily on ICT and internet. The programmers and content developers are invited, therefore, to work on these areas, as by the time the physical infrastructure is ready, soft factors such as ICT systems and manpower too should be well in place, ready for use. Let me also take another facet of this whole developmental process. An environmentalist will see internet as a positive contributor for a sustainable environment. Of course, it saves people's movement to various locations due to advanced communication systems such as live video conferencing across continents, thus reducing fuel consumption and carbon emission. Internet and many other ICT solutions save tons of paper. However, the rate of electronic waste growing in Sri Lanka and throughout the world is alarming, to say the least. As a member of the ever-growing internet users family, it is your duty to make sure that you are not wasting or misusing server spaces and net